My relationship with food is a little weird.
My eating habits are a bit strange, but it's really nothing to be ashamed about. I wouldn't call it an eating disorder per se. That would be an insult to the millions of men and women who suffer from such a tragedy. I'm just a little off-center when it comes to food. I've always found it easier to drink massive amounts of liquids than to eat massive amounts of solid foods, partially because it takes less effort. I don't require that much nutrition. If my day's just me lounging around at home and dicking around my computer, then I don't require much food. Low energy exertion equals low food consumption. My body is trained to that sometimes I don't realize that I'm hungry or how hungry I really am. I just learned to run on empty with little food and little sleep as possible. High school can do that to you, but the body still marches on.
I feel guilty when I'm a guest in someone's home and I don't have much of an appetite. The owners of the home feel like terrible hosts because they offer me a buffet of food and I'm just simply not interested in any of it. The look on their faces are sad and I just look like a puzzle they have yet to figure out how to solve. What's even worse is when most of my extended family shows love through food. When I don't eat their food, it's like I'm telling them I don't love them. They spend so many hours a day slaving over this one dish, this meal, and I'm just simply not interested in it. I'm sorry I let everyone down. I just wish they could show love in other ways besides food.
At the dinner table, I've always been quite the talker. I would go through dinner time without eating that much because I was just too busy using my mouth for conversation. Every year at Thanksgiving, my family makes the joke that Coulson, your eyes are bigger than your stomach. That was because I put too much food on my plate and I never finished all of it. These last couple of years I've been better. I always misjudge the portions I can actually physically eat at a meal. I put a lot of food on my plate because it looks visually appealing, but when it comes to eating it, a lot goes untouched. I don't like eating big meals in one sitting. I feel like maybe I'm eating too much food and so I'll just put it away. Other times I just get bored with eating the meal and then I'll just walk away from it. Sometimes I'll save the food for later, but then I'll never actually eat it later. The wasted food will spoil, and then I'll find it 2 weeks later and I'll just toss it in the trash. Just like that. I'm just astounded at my friends who can do nothing but eat and eat. One time my friends and I went out to Chipotle. My friend Eric was really upset with his parents, so he didn't want to be out and about. After wolfing down the burrito the size of a small infant, Eric casually states that he didn't know why he ate that burrito. He wasn't hungry in the first place. I had been starving all day and I couldn't eat a half that burrito. Eric's ability to eat was just so insane to me. How could he eat when he wasn't hungry? How could he eat so much? How could he live with himself being full? Most people eat until they're full or past the feeling of being full. I don't let myself get full. If full was 100%, I always let myself eat until 75%, and that's being generous. There could be a number of reasons why my eating patterns are so incongruent. One reason could be laziness. Another possibility is that I was on the wrestling team for 2 years from 8th to 9th grade. Wrestling is a very weight-conscious sport. If you don't make weight, you don't get to wrestle. During that time, I weighed 150 pounds. I always, no matter what, had to drop 5 pounds to wrestle in the 145-pound category. There are a number of ways you can cut weight in wrestling. You can exercise extensively with a trash bag over your body, or the entire day before the match you can not drink any water or eat any foods. Or another thing you do the night before the match is you can spit into a cup repeatedly. There are a number of ways to cut weight in wrestling, and they're just simply all kind of painful. My proudest moment in wrestling was beating a black kid from a rival school in a match and actually making him cry. Yeah, that was pretty cool. What is not my proudest moment, though, is how I accidentally ate too much at the state wrestling semifinals and how it came back to bite me. I was 15 years old at the time. I was only a kid. It's the last tournament of the season, so it's kind of a big deal. I finish up my matches for the day, and I just start going to town on snacks and drinks. I'm eating to be full, even past the feeling of being full, and I'm just loving it. One thing you should know is that a 2-day tournament, you have to weigh in at the beginning and end of the day to make sure you stay the same weight, so you can advance to the next day of the tournament. After learning this information, 2 hours before wrestlers have to go on the scale, I weighed myself and I gained 8 pounds from eating snacks alone. Oops. I have to make weight to advance into the tournament's second day of wrestling matches. To lose weight, I tried everything, and I mean everything. I tried making myself throw up with a finger down the throat trick. Didn't work. Teammates gave me chewing tobacco and I ate 2 chunks. Threw up a little, but that didn't work either. I pooed and peed a little, but maybe only lost a pound. It really didn't help that much. Water can pass through you easily, but food stays with you for a very long time. My only option now is to run and run until the point of overheating. That's what I must do. That's what you do. I must kill myself and kill myself. Also, I can make that weight. A lot is riding on me making weight. I don't want to be a disappointment. But alas, at the end of the day, I weighed 145.3 pounds. I was off by 0.3 pounds. 0.3 pounds. It's an understatement to say that I was crushed. Needless to say, Coach was disappointed. I let my team down, and I felt sick from swallowing that chewing tobacco. The body's not meant to eat tobacco because it's not food. Later, my mom picked me up, and I finally threw up in the car due to car sickness. I was good on timing and ring, but never in life. So yeah, I went home to a night of being sick from tobacco and self-pity. This is what they call in the psychology world negative reinforcement. The worst part was the next day I had to go with a disappointing team and a disappointing coach to do nothing for 12 hours at wrestling tournaments while being sick. I didn't have anything to do at that tournament because I didn't weigh the right amount to advance. All because I was 0.3 pounds too heavy. After that season, I just quit. I couldn't handle that sport. Wrestling. 2.5 hour long practices, 5 practices a week, inside a room with the AC cranked up all the way. You'd be lucky to get a water break. Even then, it's timed at 1 minute. You might not get a chance for the sip of the pound. 5 practices a week, matches on weekend. Practice all the time, practice on Christmas. Wrestling is a very emotional and physical toll on oneself. During wrestling season in high school, my friend Eric looked like a Holocaust victim. Something is not right here. My body got so fit from wrestling that when I stopped, I was overcome with the fear of becoming fat. In my mind, if I become fat, I don't care about myself and girls wouldn't find me attractive and I'm just useless in society. It's nothing exercise can't fix. I still love to eat junk food and snacks. I just obsess over the portions I intake. You'd be surprised how easy it is to sometimes forget to eat a meal. Guilty or not, I just hate the feeling of being full. Being full can hurt you. Being full can make you sick. My eating habits may be close to an eating disorder or body dysmorphia, or it could just be I'm completely normal and complaining a lot. Maybe it's just that I have a small stomach. I just want to keep the same body type forever because what else am I going to do? Food isn't the world. At least, not my world. I'm sure there's more to life. I'm just not sure what it is. I've had friends who are obese. I've had friends who overcome eating disorders. I think I'm just fine compared to them. By American standards, I eat very little. By world standards, I eat a good substantial amount. Millions of people have too little to eat. I have plenty of food. I just don't eat that much of it. Millions of people overweight. I'm considered to be a healthy weight. Millions of people would kill to be in my position. Many have died because they aren't in my position. Either way, I really can't complain.